Hello, I'm Pastor Laura Glover, Senior Chaplain at Epworth Villa, and the encouraging word for today in this Holy Week is receive. I want to share with you scripture from the Gospel of John, and this is during that time that's come to be known as the Last Supper, and it's just before they begin that supper, and Jesus decides to wash the disciples' feet. What a strange blessing. And so we pick up when Jesus has begun to do this, and he comes to Simon Peter. And Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" And Jesus answered, "You do not know what I am doing, but later you will understand." And Peter said, "You will never wash my feet." But Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no share with me." You know, there are many layers of meaning in this scripture, but one that I think is particularly important is that we need to learn to receive the blessing. We need to learn to receive help when it's offered, just as much as we need to go and do and serve others. As a matter of fact, until we learn how to receive the gifts from others, we really can't develop the compassion and the care and the humility that it takes for us to go and serve others. I remember a lesson I learned many years ago, but boy, has it stuck with me. I was a chair of all of the missions at the church that I attended in Houston. And I was speaking with the pastor who was overseeing those areas in the church. And he asked me, he said, "Laura, you know, you're always so busy and doing so much for others." He says, why do you do that?" And I answered him, because I love it, because it brings me such joy to serve others. And he looked at me and he smiled and he nodded, and I thought, oh, yay, affirmation. And then he said, "If you enjoy serving others so much, why do you deny that joy to others by not allowing them to serve you?" Wow, that's really stuck with me. And I think this is a part of the complexity that Jesus is trying to impart to his disciples in washing their feet. He's offering them this blessing. At the table, he will offer them his body and his blood. And on the crucifixion, he will offer them complete mercy and grace and forgiveness. To receive these blessings is the most holy thing that we can do. And until we receive them well, we can't share them with others. I want to leave you with the words of author Jan Richardson. She writes, "A blessing is not finished until we let it do its work within us and then pass it along. We cannot do this as the disciples could not do this until we first allow ourselves to simply receive the blessing as it is offered, as a gift, as promise, as sign of a world made whole." My prayer for you this Maundy Thursday, this Holy Week, is that you would receive the full blessing.